I'd like to welcome everybody here, and especially PAC 35. Thanks for coming, guys. Adequate notice of this meeting has been given in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act pursuant to Public Laws 1975. Said notice was advertised in the Lacey Beacon and was posted on the bulletin board showing the time and place of the meeting. Do you guys want to lead us in a salute?
Yes.
Please rise.
Ready, go.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Nice job, guys.
You guys want to each stand up and state your name for the camera?
Go ahead, face the camera that way.
Face the camera.
Hi, Kyle. Hi, I'm Ryan. Joe.
Thank you, guys. All right.
Now, our meeting is about 4 hours. If you want to stay, you can stay.
Yeah.
I think
Thank you
the moms
for
have
coming
different ideas.
tonight.
Yes, thank you for coming,
You
guys.
can come back anytime.
Thank you.
That's good.
All right. Item number 2, best practices checklist.
In accordance with the requirements of the Division of Local Government Services, each municipality is required to submit by a specified date to the state what's known as the best practices checklist that is answered by myself and the CFO, and it also needs to be presented to the governing body. Depending on the answers to the questions, there are municipalities that could see a reduction in aid that they receive. We've, of course, we're okay with this. We're not gonna see any reduction in our aid. There are 30 questions on it. Each year the questions are changed, and I just need to certify that I presented this to the governing body for their review.
Move it. Second.
All in favor?
All right.
All right.
And we're just, are there any others?
What?
No,
I have no add-ons.
So we're going to go right into the township meeting, so
We need to adjourn this.
make a motion to close.
Move it.
Yeah.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Adequate notice of this meeting has been given in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act pursuant to the Public Laws of 1975. Said notice was advertised in the Asbury Park Press and the Lacey Beacon and was posted on the bulletin board showing the time and place of the meeting. Will everyone please rise and salute the flag. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item 1, Resolution 2016-265, authorizing a special item of revenue in the 2016 budget.
Resolution of Township of Lacey County, Ocean State, New Jersey, providing for the insertion of a special item of revenue and appropriation in the 2016 municipal budget known as the Chapter 159 of the Township of Lacey pursuant to NJSA 48:4-87. This is a reimbursement grant. This is from the Federal Bulletproof Vest Partnership Grant. And these vests do have an expiration. And as we go along and need to buy new vests, the federal government does offset those costs, and we received $4,697.12. And since we weren't aware of that at the time we created the budget in January, when we get the money, we ask to put it in there so we can spend it this year.
Motion?
Move it. Second.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Juliano?
Yes.
Mr. Quinn?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas?
Yes. Resolution 2016-266, authorizing a lien on block 1631.11, lot 5 for property maintenance.
Resolution of Township of Lacey County, Ocean State of New Jersey, accepting the certification of the Director of Public Works concerning costs incurred in the removal of debris and cleaning up of the property located at 410 Continental Street, and authorizing the placement of a lien against said property for said cost in the amount of $240.93.
Move it. Second.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. Juliano?
Yes.
Mr. Quinn?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas?
Yes. Resolution 2016-267, authorizing the refund of deposit monies.
Resolution of Township of Lacey County, Ocean State of New Jersey, authorizing the refund of deposits held for the use of municipal facilities.
Move it.
Second.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Quinn?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. Juliano?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas?
Yes. Resolution 2016-268, authorizing the payment of township bills.
Resolution of Township of Lacey County, Ocean State of New Jersey, authorizing the payment of township bills in the amount of $775,312.33.
Move it.
Second.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Quinn?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. Juliano?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes. Motion to approve caucus meeting minutes of October 13th, 2016.
Move it. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion to approve township meeting minutes of October 13th, 2016.
Move it.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
You need to abstain.
Motion to approve
You weren't
raffle
here.
licenses for the LTH Booster Association.
Move it.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion to approve bingo license application for the BPOE Lacey Elks and the Lacey Elks Charitable Association.
Move it. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I have an add-on.
Add-on.
Okay, this is an add-on. Can you guys keep it down back there, please? We're trying to conduct a meeting, thank you. Resolution 269, it's a resolution of the Township of Lacey County, Ocean State, New Jersey, authorizing the appointment of Dasty, Murphy, McGuckin, Kursoris, and Connors as hearing officer for the Township of Lacey.
Move it.
Second.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. Quinn?
Yes.
Mr. Juliano?
Yes.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes. Anything else?
Nope, that's all I have to add on.
Comments from the committee, Deputy Mayor Kuratello.
Thank you, Mayor.
Should we keep going?
I would just like to remind everybody within earshot of my voice tonight, we do have a presidential campaign coming up. Regardless, and this is not the place to get political, regardless who you choose to vote for, I would hope that everyone would exercise their right that so much was sacrificed for to get out and vote. I do think that that is important, and that it's something that we should strongly consider. Certainly like to see a higher turnout than we have had in past years. I'd like to say thank you to the residents of the Seabreeze community. I was fortunate enough to go out there and have a meet and greet with our mayor very recently, and to talk with them and get their opinions on how they think things are running in the town. Always appreciative of feedback, whether it's positive or if people are not happy. Again, as I've said up here many times, all of us are accessible, and we are a phone call away. You would call City Hall, 693-1100. We would get a text or a phone call, and we would usually return that telephone call within 1 to 2 days, if not the same day. So again, I just want to thank those folks, as I did last meeting here, I believe, with specific regard to Pheasant Run. I'm very grateful to get the opportunity to go out and speak. I want to recognize the efforts of our municipal alliance. Virtually, there's not a 2-week span that goes by where the Municipal Alliance volunteers aren't involved in just about every aspect of our community. We're talking about alcohol, tobacco, other drug prevention, keeping kids busy between 3 and 6 at night, weekend activities, activities that involve parents and families, people of all ages, and our high school, including our seniors. There's a senior luncheon tomorrow, starting at around 11 a.m. at Community Hall, on Lacey Road over there. So I encourage our seniors to go out and engage in that too. These programs, when you look at the Municipal Alliance as a whole on the county level, the participation we get here in Lacey is something, we talk about the Lacey Pride all the time. It's something that we could be proud of from top to bottom. So I just wanted to recognize the efforts of not only all of our people that are involved, the people that we appoint, the volunteers, but in particular Heather Scanlon, who's really been a model for municipal alliances around the county for many, many years. And I'll end with that, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, Pete. Committeeman McDonald.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. I got a couple of things here. One, we'll have all the details of how the new Lacey Day is going to shape up within 2 meetings. So and I think it's some pretty exciting stuff that's going on with that. The election is coming up, obviously, so I would tell you when to get out and vote for the candidate of their choice. Obviously, we've got the presidential election, and that's got ramifications, but we also have down ballot stuff and freeholders and congressmen and things like that that'll greatly affect Lacey. So again, get out and vote. If you don't vote, then you really can't complain. Last thing I want to talk about is there's been something going on in this town for 30 years on Sunday morning over, I'm sure they started at the Mill Pond School, and now they're over at the middle school, and that is the 30-year-old basketball league. And these guys have been-
Over 30.
Over 30.
Yeah.
These guys have been doing it for 30 years, and I have the. So I work out the boys' high school basketball team on Sundays. We kind of overlap, and it's the same guys. And the oldest one they're playing is 68 years old. And these guys still run up and down the floor. When they fall, it takes a little while for them to get up, but that's okay. They got the same referees, and they're very, very competitive. But I just want to give them a shout out because I just think it's amazing that those guys. I think the youngest guy playing is now in his late 40s. So, but they've been doing it for 30 years. So I just wanted to give them a shout out on that. And that's all I got, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Tim. Committeeman Giuliano.
Thank you, Mayor. Just a few things. Tomorrow, we have the pre-construction meeting for Bayfront Park. I think everybody should be pretty excited about that. We're going to get rolling on it. It's going to be beautiful out there. I don't know if anybody got a chance. Do we have the rendition of what it?
I have it, it is available on
Okay.
our website.
Website.
And I-
Take a look at it. I think you're going to be quite surprised at what they're doing down there. It's going to look beautiful when it's done. The lower lakes, we're going to be draining and inspecting and looking at all the vegetation after it's drained. I know some people made remarks about it's usually always done around Thanksgiving. Unfortunately, that's the time that we do it. We hate it that people around there don't like to see it drained, but it needs to be done because we have to inspect all the control gates and everything too to make sure everything's working perfectly. So leaf collection starting November 14th. There's 3 rounds of them. It's every 10 days. There'll be leaf collection, but it is starting November 14th, so then it'll be 10 days, November 24th, and so in the next 10 days. I have a letter to read that, unfortunately, I wasn't here for the last meeting, so I'd like to read it. I would like to bring to your attention a resident of Lacey Township who I feel deserves recognition for his recent community service. The individual's name is Mr. Dan Chatsko, and the community-minded project was to harvest last year's fall Corinthian flowers, preserve them through the winter, spring, and summer months, and replant them this fall at various township locations. I must admit, when Dan came to me initially with this idea, I had my doubts. But based on what he has recently planted, it was true to his word. Please take the time and look at the areas that planting has occurred recently, such as the electronic sign at Haynes and Manchester, the paver walkway at Gilly Park, the Gilly Park main entrance sign, and Bicentennial Park. These areas mentioned consume approximately 75 mum plants, having a value based on their size of $500. All of this work was done at no cost to the town and results to the township not having to purchase and install the plants at these sites, which we normally do all of the time. Please make mention of Mr. Chatsko's effects at our next meeting, which I have, and I believe that if anybody ever, I've only met the man once, but if anybody knows of him and sees him, please, tell him thank you very much, because I did it. It was really nice to have all of that work done for us. Other than that, Mayor, I have nothing else. It's other than go out and vote November 8th. It's your right. Please go out and vote for the candidate of your choice, and that's it, Mayor.
Thank you, Nick. Committeeman Quinn.
I'm going to be very few words, just piggybacking on what the guy said. November 8th is very critical for the future of our country. Educate yourself, get out there, make a decision, decide which way you're going to go. The guy has mentioned it goes from the presidential race right down. We do have Stephen and Peter running again this year as our local candidates, and we have 4 school board members running. So it's very important that you voice your opinion, make the choices that you believe are going to be the best choices for the future of Lacey Township as well as throughout the rest of the United States. That's really my only comment, so I still have 10 minutes left of my time. Stephen, I'll turn that over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Gary. Yes, I just want to just let everybody know that about 3 times a year we try and hold meetings with the school board privately with a couple of school board members and the superintendent and the CFO. And so myself and Committeeman McDonald had an opportunity to meet with them, and we try and do that just to keep the lines of communication open, and we do try and truly help each other when we're able to help each other. So I just want people to know that we do, within town, we do try and work with each other and try and help each other out. I also want to mention what Pete had said, that we had a candidates night at Seabreeze. And those are the opportunities I really enjoy being on the township committee and the mayor, because you try, and since those are all new residents in town, you really try and be as transparent and informative as you can be. So it really gives us an opportunity to explain a lot of things that are going on in town, and more importantly, why we do the things that we do. And finally, this afternoon, I had an opportunity to attend a mayor's panel at Ocean County College. Just about every mayor from Ocean County was there, and it was put forth by Professor Barnes. She was holding the conference to sort of get the students to become more aware of their local government. And so we all had a couple minutes to talk about the issues that were affecting our towns. And so it's always interesting to sit with other mayors and people in charge to listen to what issues they're confronting. And finally, Gary said it best. They all said it. And please, everybody go out and vote. It's that important. And with that, I'll open it up to the public. Does the public have any questions or comments?
Seeing
No,
none, I'll
make
make a
motion.
motion, we close the floor.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion to adjourn?
Move it.
And we have to do a resolution to go into executive session.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
Okay, it's, resolution number 247, resolution of Township of Lacey County, Ocean State, New Jersey, authorizing the convening of executive session to discuss contractual matters and matters of personnel.
Move it.
Mr. Quinn?
Yes.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Juliano?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes, motion to adjourn.
Move it.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.